This is a Fetters air temp. It's in really poor shape. I have the front grill here. It doesn't exactly go on there, but it's here. It's got half of the bottom broken off. It's obviously ran with no filter. This is a model B3Q05F2A, 115 volts. I'm not reading the serial number. It's a 5100 BTU. No, 5100. Anyway, power switch is gone, but this is here. I guess it seems to work, and it's got the constant run, which I really like. Coil needs a good cleaning. This unit does run. I'll go ahead and plug it in here. It's got, okay, I'm gonna say it does run. I actually haven't had it on since last year. Fan motor's still free, still turns. It needs some work. Yes, I'm aware. This is one of the ones with the notorious Rotorex compressor, but it still seems to run okay. And even though it is one of these, it'll still beat the ass off of a LG or something. I also believe it's been painted, and they took their time to not cover up the air temp logo. So let's go ahead and turn it on and see what it does. Also, the fan on the back. I have another fan here I might try. The back fan, what is that? The condenser fan rattles all to hell. Okay, let's see. 3. I'm gonna put you over here by the compressor. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I didn't even turn the compressor on, but it is blowing air backwards across here. It sucks there and then blows out here, because once again, wrong fan. It's just wired to high fan. Let's go ahead and turn the compressor on. Oh Lord. Rotorex, everybody. This thing has been sitting on its back for like a year. Can't really tell if it's getting cold. I think it will. Unless it's leaked over the year. I'll let this run a while and be back. So I've gotten the crap cleaned off of there, and this whole coil is cold now, and it's blowing nice and cold. And the back, even though it is blowing backwards, is blowing nice and cold. I'm still going to try to put that blade on there. I don't know if I can do that or not, but it did start frosting up. Now it's thawed out, and the whole coil's cold, not just part of it. So I'm going to say that works. I don't have the right switch. Might pop a toggle switch or something in there so you can just flip it on and off like that. High fan. But yeah, this thing's blowing nice and cold. Go ahead and turn it off. And I'll go ahead and open it up, and I'll be right back. So, that was quite easy. Please ignore the music. My crazy mother is out there blasting music while I'm trying to do something. In fact, it's hot in here. There we go. I found out why the compressor made so much of a racket. It's just sitting in there. There's a bolt there, but it is not on rubber mounts. So that's interesting. Here's the fan. You can see the shroud here is gone. And it's going to stay that way. The coils are pretty rotted. We just, there we go. If you watch there, you can see they're kind of rotted. The aluminum. So we're going to try to leave that alone as much as possible. This fan is obviously not the right one. It's been broken off there. And actually, I'm going to turn this air conditioner off because I want to hear this compressor by itself. So what I'm going to do is, the thing with this thing is going to be good enough, by the way. As long as it works, we're going to call it good. I'm going to put this in here just to jam the fan motor. And turn it on. There we go. Won't do that for long because that's not good for it, but I'm going to go ahead and, sorry about that, turn this compressor on. Here's the information on the compressor. There really is nothing there. Rotorex. We'll go ahead and turn it on. I really think if it was on rubber mounts like it's supposed to be, I don't think it's in that bad a shape. I don't think it's like actually bad. I think it's okay. And here's some dodgy wiring in here. That's duct tape. I don't know what that's all about. And some of this insulation's falling off. I'll go ahead and kill that. You can see how out of balance that is, wobbly. I'm gonna see if I can fit another fan on there. So, one thing I'd like to mention is this is surprisingly not rusted out. Anyway, following our good enough theme, we had a blade that's too large. I wrapped the shaft in tape. I don't know what you're thinking. Oh, the tape's gonna fail. No, because this is squeezing down on it tight. It's just being used as a space filler. And I went ahead and cut the slinger wheel off of a fan that was too large. And we'll go ahead and turn it on. It's blowing the right direction. You can see the vibration is a lot less. Also, look at this coil. They kind of cheated there, didn't they? I guess that doesn't really matter. Anyway, I can feel hot air blowing out the back now, which is good, because I couldn't before because it sucked it through and that wasn't as efficient. So there's hot air blowing out the back now, which is good. Compressor doesn't sound too bad and it's nice and cold. So I'm just going to see what I can do about a switch and we'll button it back up. I got all new screws here. I have hundreds of these little sheet metal screws, just like the ones that came in. They're a bit longer. This thing had three screws, one here, and one on the other side in the middle. That was all that was holding it together. Anyway, I'll figure that out and I'll be back with the switch. So, I've decided not to do anything with the switch here. Just being I don't have one right now that I can get to easily, and where I'm going to put it I don't need it. I'm going to pop a filter in here, and it'll be good to go. I might have a filter in here somewhere, but I can feel heat actually blowing out the back like it's supposed to now. It's not vibrating all over the place, and it's blowing cold, good amount of air out the front. So, where I'm going to put this actually has the outlet that it's plugged into is controlled by a light switch. So I'm just going to let that control it. Probably should do something about those compressor mounts. We're not doing that now. We'll go ahead and just use it as is, and it'll have to be good enough. Good enough, once again. But it is blowing cold, it's not freezing up, meaning it's not at least too terribly low on Freon. Insulation seems okay. It's got a good amount of air blowing out of it, and it's not vibrating. So I think we're good.